Hello dear students, welcome back to our social science class, and I hope you all are safe and sound at your home. So today I am going to show you few things. So here I have a bottle of coconut oil, and here is a pencil and butter. Do you know what are these things made from? Butter is made from milk. Good. And pencil is made from yes, wood. And what about coconut oil? Yes, coconut oil is made from coconut. So, moreover, we get all these things from nature. So, today in this chapter we are going to discuss about the natural resources. Okay. So, what do you mean by natural resources? The things that we get from nature are called natural resources. What do you mean by natural resources? The things that we get from nature are called natural resources. Example? Yes, sunlight, water, then anything more? Yes, wind, forest and minerals are some examples of natural resources. Do you know they are of two types? There are two types of natural resources. The first one is renewable, or the next one is non-renewable. Okay. So, renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Please remember these two words. So, natural resources are of two types: renewable resources and non-renewable resources. So, what do you mean by renewable resources? Renewable resources or inexhaustible resources. Inexhaustible resources. What is inexhaustible? Something that does not finish as it exists in huge quantity. Okay, it exists in huge quantity. So, these resources are found in plenty and do not reduce in quantity when used again and again. It will be there forever. Examples? Can you see? Can you say some examples? Yes, the examples of renewable resources are sun, wind and water. Very good. What about non-renewable resources? Non-renewable resources or exhaustible resources. Exhaustible means something that can be used up or finished. Once you use, it's over. So, they exist in limited quantity, very less, and cannot be used forever. It cannot be used forever. So, just like minerals and metals. Minerals and metals are examples of non-renewable resources. And what do you mean by fossil fuels? You know, fossil fuels. Yes, fossil fuels are natural fuels formed from the remains of plants and animals that buried deep inside the earth. Yes, so they take millions of years to form. So the fossil fuels takes millions of years to form. Okay, so fossil fuels such as coal. Do you know what is coal? Yes, this is what? Coal. Of a blackish sedimentary rock. So, this is coal. So, fossil fuels such as coal, then petroleum. What is petroleum? Yes, of course. Petrol and diesel. This is what? Petrol. And this is what? Diesel. Very good. So, the fossil fuels such as coal and petroleum and natural gas are some examples of non-renewable resources. Is it clear? Good. Now we are moving to the next point. Next point, that is uses of natural resources. What is the use of all these things? Is it necessary for our life? Let's see. See, things that we use in our daily life. Things that we use in our daily life are derived from natural resources. Whatever things we are using, it's coming from nature. So, some resources can be used directly. Some are there that can be used directly, while some need to be changed from their natural form before they can be used. Okay. So, it is used to produce hydroelectricity. Water, the first one. Water. Water is used to produce hydroelectricity. How? Yes. This is done by building dams across rivers. Right. Last year we have learned Bakranangal Dam built across the river Satluj. Yes. So children, do you think the fossil fuels can be used directly? Can you? Fossil fuels need to be refined. What do you mean by refined? Make it to a pure form. Make it to a pure form. Okay. So, before they can be used, we have to refine them, like petrol, kerosene and diesel are obtained from fossil fuels. So, they have to be refined. Good. So, and children, the increase in population, okay, the increase in population has increased the demand for natural resources. Good. The increase in population has increased the demand for natural resources. All the people need to satisfy their needs, right? Good. So, with very less resources, it is very difficult to manage. It is very difficult to manage. So, there is a need to take or to look for new resources. It is necessary to find a new resource. So, people will be aware of the necessity of saving fuels if it is not there. If the scarcity, if they feel the scarcity, they will be aware of saving the fuels. So, this would help us to conserve fossil fuels. Good. And dear kids, now you can watch a beautiful video of coal mining and petroleum extraction. as we said earlier, the increase in population has increased the demand of natural resources. So, in order to overcome these issues, they introduced two types of new methods to produce energy. Do you know what all are they? See, by watching these surroundings, you may get some clues. Yes, it is solar energy, and the next one is, wow, yes, what is this? Yes, wind energy. So here you can see these are solar panels. Okay, so how can we generate electricity with the solar panels? What is the use of the solar panels? So it used for generating electricity and also for using or heating the things, right? And what about the next, wind energy? Is it possible to make energy with the help of wind? Yes, it is possible for us to make energy from wind. For this purpose, we have windmills. Do you know what is a windmill? Yes, here I have a model of windmill. So it's a type of engine and it produces energy with the help of the blades from wind. Okay, so here you can watch carefully. This is what? Blades. Okay, so inside of this there is a dynamo. It produces energy and stores. Here there is a battery, so it stores the energy here in the battery, and from this battery it distributes the energy through electric lines to nearby villages and cities. So it's really interesting. And now we can discuss something more, that is conservation of natural resources. How can we conserve natural resources? See kids, as we all know, our natural resources are present in very less quantities. Okay, natural resources are very less. Therefore, there is a need to conserve them. There is a need to conserve them for the next generation. So let's learn some ways to conserve our natural resources. First and foremost, always separate biodegradable waste from non-biodegradable waste. Do you know what is biodegradable and non-biodegradable? Yes, the first one, biodegradable waste means waste that easily mixes with the soil. The waste that easily mixes with the soil is known as biodegradable waste. And what about non-biodegradable? Yes, which does not mixes with the soil. Which does not mixes with the soil is known as non-biodegradable waste. So we have to separate biodegradable waste from non-biodegradable waste. And the second point, do not leave the tap running when not in use. In our homes we used to see sometimes, taps are leaking, pipes are leaking. So what do you have to do? Repair the damaged taps. You have to repair it. Ask your parents to repair the damaged taps. And the third and very important, that is save trees. Always save trees. Trees prevent soil erosion. Mainly it prevents soil erosion. So we have to plant more trees. Okay. And the fourth, try to use more solar and wind energy. Okay, try to use more solar and wind energy. And the fifth, use public means of transport to conserve petroleum. In order to save or preserve the petroleum, we have to use public means of transport. Okay, and the next, protect our wildlife. Protect our wildlife. How can we protect our wildlife? Yes, by banning activities like poaching and hunting. What is poaching? Yes, it's a type of hunting, but it is illegal. So, illegal hunting of animals, that is known as poaching. So, natural resources are present in very limited quantities, very less quantities, and we have to protect them by using it wisely. We have to use it wisely. So, trees are very important and we have to conserve the forest. We have to conserve the forest. So, it provides us many useful things, right? Many useful things like honey, then what? Wood, timber, everything is there. So, here you can watch a beautiful video of the beauty of forest. So, how was it? Beautiful indeed, right? So, we have to protect the flora and fauna of forest. Good. Now, we can recap our topic in the form of a mind map. So, here in this chapter, natural resources, we have discussed few points, that is renewable and non-renewable resources, uses of natural resources and conservation of natural resources. The first one, renewable and non-renewable resources. So, the resources found in plenty and do not reduce in quality or quantity is known as what? Renewable. And they exist in another one, that is non-renewable. They exist in limited quantity and cannot be used forever, that is non-renewable resources. And uses of natural resources, yes, that means things we use in our daily life is derived from nature, right? And like water, sunlight, wind, minerals, etc. are the resources to help us. So, they help us in the form of hydroelectricity, then solar energy, wind energy, petroleum, gas, etc. Right? And the last one is conservation of natural resources. See, our natural resources are very less. So, we have to preserve it, like what? Saving water and segregating biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste, and saving trees, using public transport, protecting wildlife, etc. So, dear kids, in order to conserve natural resources, it should be used carefully. Okay. So if conservation of natural resources goes wrong, nothing else will go right. Okay. So remember, because the trees are our lungs. Okay. Trees are our lungs, the rivers are our circulation, and the air is our breath. The mountains are our bones. The forests are our thoughts. Flowers are our dreams, and the earth is our body. So keep a healthy mind and body. Stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.